Hey, everybody. Okay. So we are going to talk about social media today and predominantly about hashtags and what needs to be in social media posts. I want to keep this short and simple because I know that social media can be very overwhelming for a few people, but it's one of the most effective and inexpensive tools that you can use to create and generate both income and as well grow your existing list and the list that will continue to sort of support and pay you. So what are hashtags? Hashtag is this little doodad right here. And what they've used it for on social media is to create categories for you to be found on. And it'll help you, again, to be found, seen, and grow your list of clients and followers. So when you are doing a hashtag, some of those look like a hashtag business, hashtag Colorado, hashtag 5280. Those are the hashtags that we speak of, and you'll see them at the end of social media posts, sometimes on Facebook, predominantly and often on Instagram. So you're going to pick five groups of 30 hashtags. So each group will have 30 hashtags. Some of these groups are going to be carryovers. So some groups you will see certain hashtags being replayed over and over and over again. But depending on what your business is, you have basically five primary identifications for what it is that you do. So if you're a hairdresser, your first one would be hairstyles. Second one would be updos maybe. Third one would be color. Fourth one would be haircuts. Fifth one would be beautiful people, whatever that is, okay? If you're a massage therapist, obviously first one's going to be massage. Second one's going to be muscle. Third one's going to be movement. Fourth one's going to be, I don't know, manifesting muscle tone. The fifth one is connecting with your people through massage, whatever you want it to be. But here you're going to pick your five primary symbols. And what that means is when you go on to Instagram, and I'm going to just stop share here so that I can show this, because this is good information and intel that I learned that I think should be passed on. So when you are on Instagram, I'm going to stop share and share my phone here with y'all. Okay. When you're on your phone on Instagram, you go up to the search bar. You punch in the hashtag symbol, or you can go straight to the word tags, okay? Then what you do is you write in the word. So mine was psychic, and I hit search. Then I get a list of hashtags, okay? The list of hashtags right there that share all of that. Here's what is important to know about the hashtags that you're choosing. So again, we have an easy search. You have your theme, your name, and now a list of things that say, in my case, psychic. So I'm looking for the ones that have the least amount of numbers. So for me, Psychic Healer has 36.5 thousand people hashtagging Psychic Healer. That's a really good number. If I just do psychic reading, that's 878,000 people, which means that if I type in psychic reading, that means that I'm competing, if you will, with 878,000 people. Okay. So you're going to really have to scroll to ever find me. But if I'm choosing psychic healing, then all of a sudden I'm only competing with 37,000-ish people. And so I'm going to have a better chance. But then if I come down here even further, if I am psychic love reading, 16.5 thousand. Psychic art, only 5,000 posts. So when I start getting into these lower numbers, then what it does is it helps me to achieve higher visibility. Does that make sense? Lower numbers, meaning the people who have the hashtags that have the least amount of frequency and use, means that there's going to be a higher visibility in that category. That doesn't mean it's the category for you. But again, I'm always going to put psychic and I'm always going to put psychic readings, and I'm always going to put psychic medium. Even though they're at the very tippy top of the pile, I'm always going to use those hashtags because those help to define me. But then I'm going to move down here and I'm going to go psychic development because that's what I teach. So I'm going to add psychic development to that, and it's going to change the algorithm of how people see me because it's like a both and now. So I'm going to add about 20-ish hashtags related to psychic, 20-ish hashtags related to psychic. And then let me come back here to share. Then I'm going to add 5 nurture hashtags, 5 hashtags that relate to nurture, which is the business with which supports us and houses us. And then I'm going to do 10 Colorado hashtags. Okay. So 20 psychics, 5 nurture, 5 Colorado. So only 30 hashtags per group. Now, what I'm able to do then is once I've got all those hashtags written out, I put them in my notes section again on my phone. And I'll show you guys this again. So I think that this matters, how this works for us and not against us, and how this actually helps to lower the sense of overwhelm on social. Okay, so again, this is all my hashtags. Sorry, these are all my hashtags that are specific to nurture and psychic. Okay, and I have 5 of those. So all I have to do is copy all of those on my phone, and then I can paste them to the bottom of everything I do. Okay, everything I do, I just copy and paste one of my 5 groups of those. And I have added, some have more nurture, some have more Colorado and less of some of these. Some of them have more of these. It just depends on my mood, but I can copy and paste. So now I have just like a book of millions of these. And the reason for this, so that we can just get real clear here, the reason there's 5 groups of 30 is this. The algorithm on Instagram and Facebook is this. Facebook doesn't prefer the hashtags. I use the hashtags on my business page, but I don't necessarily use it on my personal page. On Facebook, do not waste any energy on your business page. Hook your Instagram up to your business page. So anything you post on Instagram goes to your business. And then copy and paste anything that you make on Instagram to your personal page on Facebook. And then take that same copy and paste and send it out as an email. And we're going to get more into this, but I just wanted to share with you these hashtags because this makes the difference in how you are seen and found in this online arena. So, did I miss one? No. Okay, so every single post gets repurposed 3 times, minimum 3 times. So again, Instagram to Facebook to email. And you can also go LinkedIn, and if it's a video, add it to your YouTube channel. So you can have up to 5, but for sure 3 times one post. So that means anybody who's on your existing email list, even if they saw it on Facebook, even if they saw it on Instagram, is now having it in their email box. And what that means is it's so much easier for them to share with their friends if they love the content that you're offering. Facebook and Instagram means that people who are not on your email list are going to be able to see them, which means that you want a call to action at the end. If you are not sending them to book with you, then you need to ask them to share this post, tag 3 friends in the post, and create something that will move them to do something. Comment on your post to keep the algorithm going up, but make them do something on the post. Okay, calendar. A lot of people have been asking me if there's a calendar that you can keep. You may choose one day, people, just one day that has a theme, okay? One day that has a theme on your post that, one day in the week that you're gonna just sort of adhere to. So mine is Woo Wednesday. So I'm always very wooful on a Wednesday. It's also when I do wine and woos. So when I'm posting on a Wednesday, I'm really posting about the event that I'm having that night, which is Wine and Woo Wednesday, okay? which makes it really easy. And then otherwise, I only post when I'm inspired. I only post when I'm inspired. Otherwise, it's hogwash. And at least in my category, it just feels like I get inspiration and thoughts daily. And if I were to write them down, they wouldn't be maybe as present as they are on the day that I decide to post them. And if I don't get to Facebook or I don't get to Instagram, I don't get fucked up about it. Okay. But the biggest part is that you want to use the hashtag based on the category of your inspired post. The other thing that makes life super fucking easy these days is memes and photos that are easily shared and on brand with your overall message, so you don't have to write a post every day, okay? Most people will share the memes faster than they will ever comment on something that's meaningful and appropriate. So if you are super hyper focused on your brand and being a commercial for your brand and always thinking about call to action, people will get bored and they'll stop paying attention to you online. So you want to throw in something funny, something bright, and something that will totally relate to their day and time in that life so that they can share it. And when people are sharing and commenting on your posts, regardless of if it really has anything to do with you, it helps build your, again, visibility and algorithm on places like Facebook and Instagram. One of the best things I heard from a social media guru was that our goal, and I don't want this to sicken anybody, I want it to inspire you instead, but be a reality TV show for your social media, not just a commercial. What that means is people are more likely to watch you if you are entertaining. People are less likely to watch you if you are just always talking at them and just telling them what you want them to know. They want to be entertained. They want to know what you're eating. They want to know how you wake up in the morning, what your hair looks like. They want to know about your kids. They want to know about your life. That's how we connect. It's how we grow the know, like, and trust on social media, which means that if social media grosses you out and it's disgusting and you hate it and it is not a place for you to be, then don't fucking be there, okay? Find other ways to connect with people. Once we're allowed to be inhuman again, please book as many live events and go to all the networking that you can possibly get to, because this social media right here is the introvert's version of networking, by the way. That's how I do it. So the 3 words you need to understand on social media is entertain, educate, inspire. Entertain, educate, and inspire. In every post, you want to hit one of those marks. And feel free to use all 3 of them. My goal in any post that I do is not to just educate. It is to entertain, to educate, and to inspire. So entertain means, again, we're offering them something very true and real about us. Okay, and about their experience with us, and that should be entertaining. If you've watched any of my videos on social media, I'm often picking the nose of a unicorn at some point, or laughing out loud about something or another, or singing a song or having a dance party in the midst of whatever I'm offering. I educate people on what I believe they need to hear or know in that day. So that's the education piece. But the inspiration that I offer is this: how they can serve themselves and how they can inspire or empower themselves, and as well, how they can schedule with me. That is the goal there. Okay, so I imagine that there will be some curiosities and questions after this, especially around the how to and the what to post. Later on in this course, we will get into copywriting. I will dig into the copy section of what it is that you need to be writing, how to create inspirational emails and inspirational posts, which ones get more knocks and which ones just die like duds. But for right now, I just want you to entertain sort of the back end of business, the not so fun part, which is create a list of 5 categories of 30 hashtags each. Go to the Nurture site and do please not steal, because it's free to us, but look at the hashtags that Nurture has and copy the ones that really resonate with you so that you can add those to the back end of your 20 important hashtags that do relate to you and your business. Okay, you guys, one day at a time, one thing at a time. Peace in.